Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Dee. Please forgive the appearance. It's terribly, terribly windy outside, and so I have my hair pulled back. Not the best appearance, I know, but anyway, that's not why we're here. We are here so we can make a card together, and I also have a little bit of a cold, so if I have to sniff, I have to wipe my nose, please forgive me for that, but I really wanted to make this video. So, okay, let's pause the video, get the camera turned around, and we'll get started. Hang on. Okay, I am back, guys. We are going to be making a sympathy card today. Unfortunately, another one. Some dear friends of ours, Dad passed away, and so I'm going to be using some old stamps that I've had for probably maybe even 20-25 years. They're red rubber stamps that I took off the blocks, and so we'll use that to use those to make the card. So let's grab our supplies. I'm gonna have my list here. Now, I have a 5x7 card base, and make sure I'm in the right position here. 5x7 card base, and I have a 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 pattern paper that I'm going to use as my background. Then I have this kraft cardstock cut with this arch die. And let's see, the size of that was 4x5, so 4x5. So we're going to be setting this somewhere here. And then I have this 3 3/4 by no, that's not right. Sorry. 2 3/4 by 4-inch scrap of white cardstock that we're going to put behind. And you'll see, hopefully this will make sense is the longer we go. Okay, now I'm showing you all the supplies this way. So let's put this aside for now. And what I'm going to do is get out the kraft cardstock. Make sure I'm in the shot there. Okay, now I have this Distress Oxide ink in aged mahogany, and this is one of the old stamps I was telling you about. It originally was on a block, and so I took it off the block and added what I needed to do so that it would like stick to a surface. But I don't think we're gonna, well, no, I probably will use my stamp wheel for this. So let's bring that in too. I have this just in case I get ink where I don't want it to go. So we are going to take the stamp and ink this. Maybe I'll just put that away for now. Maybe I don't really need that for now. Okay, so I am going to just put the stamp down instead of the paper. Okay, and hopefully this will work. So I am going to go ahead and stamp my stamp with my Distress Oxide ink. And because it's red rubber and it's stained, boy, I don't know how much I have on here, but we'll see how we go. Okay, so this is my front, so I'm going to turn it over and see if I can't get as much. You know what? I think I'm going to have to do it like this. We're going to have to go in sections. So I'll just rub it. Oops, see how much is hanging off there. Okay. Okay, good, good. Now, I will go ahead and do this part. And I'm going to line it up where it would have been, or close to where it would have been on this end of the stamp. And then, okay, it's not bad. I've got a little bit of a demarcation line, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. So let's just go ahead and press this, because we want to make this look like wood. Okay? All right, so we're done with that. I'm just going to move it out of the way. And now I want to kind of let it dry a little bit, and we'll go ahead and start gluing some pieces together. I'm gonna get the pattern paper glued first. This is two-sided paper. I believe I used this in a previous video, so I'm making use of the scraps, which I love doing. And this is kind of hard to see where the glue is, but hopefully I'm getting it. You may hear the wind. You may hear vehicles, farm vehicles driving by, because after all, it is spring. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna get this. Sorry, I feel like I needed 3 hands, and I only have 2. Let's get this in shot here. All right. Try to get this as even as I can before we press it all the way down. This is a masculine sympathy card because, first of all, our good friend whose dad died is a man, and of course his dad was a man. So I'm kind of trying to keep it in more masculine lines. So we have this scratch piece of cardstock. Now, it's not totally scratch because I'm going to be, let me get this back here. I'm going to be stamping something else on it. So I'll take this off. Oh, I hope this might not have been a good idea to do on the stamp wheel. Sticky mat. Oh my goodness. Okay. Note to self, don't do this again. Oh, I even got a little bit of that. Oh, shoot. Okay. Live and learn, Dee. Live and learn. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this just in the middle here. And I better make sure my hands are not inky. So I'm going to wipe them off a little bit. Okay, now the other old stamp I have is this old car one. And our friend whose dad died likes and enjoys cars and old cars, and his dad was the same way. In fact, that's how our friend got to do the love of old cars and classic cars, was through his dad, and they talked about them and worked on them. And so I just happen to have the stamp, and so I'm going to use it in the sympathy card. Okay, I thought it was fairly appropriate. Now, what I want to do first, though, is get my, I'm just going to eyeball things here. See, this is going to be kind of like a garage, okay? And the car will be stamped here so that we can see it with the garage door open. Even though there's no quote-unquote garage door, it's all open. Okay, so I want to get an idea of where I want to place my stamp. So I think maybe about here. So let's go ahead and get it inked. And for this, I'm just going to leave it here. And for this stamp, I'm going to use the Distress Archival ink in ground espresso. Because I tried black, and it was just too harsh. Way too harsh. And I don't know what kind of car this is. Maybe a Model A or a Model T or something. But it's old. Okay, now, because this is a red rubber stamp this thick, I can't put it in my MISTI. I guess I could have put it here. Okay, I've already got it here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to stamp it right here and press and let it sink in for a second. And, oh, please let it work. Oof. Okay. That is great. Now, this is with like I said, the ground espresso, this is really a brownish black or a blackish brown. So that's why I did not want to use black, because that's pretty dark in itself, isn't it? Okay, now I'm ready to put this away. And let's go ahead and get this here. Okay, make sure I'm in shot. Okay, now we need to, you know what, I think I'll glue it onto the back of this instead of gluing it here and then putting that on top. So I did cut it so that it was, I thought, large enough to go fully behind this opening. So, and if I get a little bit of glue beyond like the point where the white cardstock is, that's okay, because the whole thing's going to be glued onto the panel. So we won't worry about that. Let's get this in here. And okay, I think we're good. All right, now I just want to press this down a little before I glue the rest of it on. Okay, make sure it's nice and stuck. So let's go ahead and, oh, I better watch that, because that's a little loose. Okay, let's see about this. And get this centered as well as I can. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. Now this is not going to be embellished greatly, because I just don't really embellish masculine cards as much as I would feminine. And actually, I don't embellish feminine ones enough. I just don't. I forget. So, okay, now I think I have this with Deepest Sympathy stamped die cut, basically. Well, I stamped it and then I cut it into the shape here. But I think I'll go ahead and just do a little bit of an outline with the ground espresso, because if I don't, it's just going to look a little blank. Now I have to decide where I want to put this. So I could have it here. I could have it here. I think I kind of like it here. So what I need to do is get a little bit of scratch paper to add dimension. So hang on. Okay, I have a couple pieces. It's actually from the same strip. I just cut two strips that would fit the back of the sentiment. So let's go ahead and glue those together. And then we will go ahead and glue them. I'll make sure I didn't cut them too long. No, I think it looks good. Okay, so I will glue these to the sentiment. And then we'll glue it to the card. So I guess the theme today, in addition to making a sympathy card, is using some stamps that I haven't used in a very long time. I don't know when the last time I used this. It's kind of like a background stamp, actually. And it's been a long time since I've used the card stamp, too. I think maybe the last time I used the card stamp was giving a Father's Day card to my dad years ago. And of course, because he's in heaven now, I won't be making him any more Father's Day cards or any card. So, Not to end that on a bummer, but okay. So let's get my glue closed. So what do you think, guys? Isn't this cool? I might, you know what? Hang on. Okay, we are going to add a little bit of shading underneath the car. It looks like it's just floating. So that's something I need to work harder at doing, is creating a background that actually looks like it fits. Okay, so I have my Faber Castell. Let's see, are they watercolor pencils? Yes, they are. I don't know if I'll use the watercolor, but I think I will get this brown. Come on. Oh, I hear Stewie barking. Must be some reason. Stewie's our black lab. Okay, let's do a little bit of shading. Just kind of underneath. I am not used to doing this, so please forgive me if I don't do it in the way that you think it should be done. Stewie, what are you barking at? He might be back in the kennel. Kurt had to move cattle today, and he did not want Stewie to get basically in the way. It sounds terrible, but Stewie might want to be where he shouldn't be, and so that would not be good. Okay, so I need to get a blending tool. Hang on. Okay, I checked the kennel while I was getting my blending. This is like I can't remember what you call them, but it's basically paper that's been wrapped that you use to blend colored pencils, charcoal, that kind of thing. So anyway, he is put away in his kennel, so Kurt must have had to do something else with the calves that he had to move. So Stewie's showing his displeasure. Okay. Stewie's an outdoor dog, in case you didn't know. If you are a new subscriber or a relatively new subscriber, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And if you're not a new subscriber and you're watching, welcome back. I appreciate you too. Okay, so let's take a look at this now and see if there's anything else that we could do. You know what? I think I'm good with this. I think I'm good. So one last thing that we need to do, and I wished I would have done this before I put the layers on the front, but oh well. We have to stamp my Handcrafted with Love by stamp. And let's get that centered nicely. Well, I think this ink pad is really showing its age, because I don't think it inks as well as it usually, or as it has. So it's a little uneven or light or something, so I may have to give that one up, but we'll see. Okay guys, I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a like and share it with a friend if you wouldn't mind. Comment below. I'd love to chat with you there. And subscribe if you haven't already. All right, I will let you go, and we will see you next Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Take care, guys. Bye.